Welcome back to the channel, Rarest Coins. That if you think that pennies are just pocket change, today's video might change your mind completely. We're talking about a simple 1-cent coin from 1976 with a little d under the date, the 1976 D Lincoln penny. While most people have tossed these into coin jars or spent them without a second thought, what if I told you that one of these coins reportedly sold for $1.5 million? That's right, a tiny copper coin worth only 1 cent on its face, could actually be worth more than a luxury home. So how is that even possible? Let's dive into the incredible story of the 1976 D Lincoln penny. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909 and was created to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny has featured Lincoln's portrait on the front ever since. In 1959, to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial. That version continued all the way until 2008. Now let's talk about 1976. This year was a major one in U.S. history. It marked the bicentennial, 200 years since the Declaration of Independence. While quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins got special bicentennial designs with dual dates 1776 to 1976, the penny did not. The Lincoln cent kept the same classic look. But what many people don't realize is that the 1976 D penny, minted in Denver, carries its own kind of intrigue. In total, the Denver Mint struck over 4 billion Lincoln pennies in 1976. So at first glance, there's nothing rare about it. Most 1976 D pennies are made from 95% copper and 5% zinc and weigh about 3.11 grams. In circulated condition, they're worth only 1 cent, maybe 2 or 3 cents if you're lucky. But here's where things get exciting. In recent years, rumors and reports have surfaced that a rare 1976 D penny sold privately for as much as $1.5 million. While the details of the buyer and seller have remained mostly private, numismatists believe this coin wasn't just any ordinary penny. It was a highly unique mint error or an ultra-high-grade specimen unlike anything else discovered before it. What could make a 1976 D penny worth millions? There are a few possibilities. The most likely reason is a dramatic mint error. This could include things like being struck on the wrong planchet, maybe a silver dime blank or a foreign coin blank, or possibly a double strike or off-center strike that's completely unique. These kinds of minting mistakes are incredibly rare and can drive the value of a coin through the roof. Another possibility is that the penny was in an absolutely perfect state of preservation. We're talking about a grade of MS69 or even MS70, which is almost unheard of for pennies from that era. Most pennies from 1976 have been in circulation and show heavy wear. Finding one in flawless condition is like winning the lottery. Collectors are willing to pay extreme prices for the best of the best. And if it's a top population coin, meaning the highest graded of its kind in the world, the value can skyrocket. Also consider the appeal of the year itself. 1976 was a landmark year for America. Patriotic collectors often go after coins from that year, especially unique or one-of-a-kind pieces. A rare 1976 D penny could become the crown jewel of a bicentennial coin collection. Now you're probably wondering, could you have one of these million-dollar pennies in your possession? The first step is to check the condition. If your 1976 D penny is heavily worn or scratched, it's likely only worth face value. But if you find one that looks shiny, new, or possibly uncirculated, you'll want to take a closer look. Check for signs of unusual coloring, doubling, or mint errors. Weigh the coin. A normal 1976 D penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's significantly lighter or heavier, it could have been struck on a wrong planchet. If you think you've found something special, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can authenticate and evaluate your coin, and if it's truly rare, they'll seal it in a tamper-proof holder with a grade and serial number. That's the first step toward getting serious offers from collectors or auction houses. Even if you don't strike gold with $1 million find, some 1976 D pennies can still be worth good money. High-grade examples in mint condition can sell for $50 to a few $100s, and error coins can go for even more depending on their rarity and demand. The key takeaway is this: Never underestimate what's in your pocket change. The 1976 D. Lincoln penny might seem like just another old coin, but with the right error or in the right condition, it could change your life. A 1-cent coin worth over $1 million is no longer just a fantasy. It's a reality for the lucky few who pay close attention. Thanks for watching. If you learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video about rare coins, valuable collectibles, and hidden treasures you might already own. Have you ever found a rare penny in your change? Drop a comment below and tell us your story. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and check your change. You never know what you might find. Let me know if you want this turned into a script with voiceover pacing, background music cues, or B-roll suggestions for images and clips to use in the video. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest Coins. Today we're talking about one of the most surprising and exciting stories in the world of rare coins. It's about a coin so common, most people wouldn't even give it a second look. But one specific version of it reportedly sold for an unbelievable $1.7 million. That's right, we're talking about the 1949 Lincoln penny, a coin that originally cost just 1 cent, but is now part of coin collecting legend. So what makes a 1949 penny potentially worth that much money? Let's get into the history, the value, and the mystery behind one of the most fascinating pennies in American history. Let's begin with some context. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first American coin to feature a real person instead of a symbol or representation of liberty. The original design featured 2 wheat stalks on the reverse side and is often referred to as the wheat penny. This design continued until 1958. The 1949 penny, like others from this era, was made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, and it weighed about 3.11 grams. The year 1949 was part of a post-war era in the United States. World War II had ended just 4 years earlier, and the country was moving into a period of economic growth and industrial expansion. During that time, coin production was steady and consistent, and millions of pennies were minted. In fact, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 217 million Lincoln pennies that year. The Denver Mint made another 153 million with a small D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint struck 64 million more with an S mint mark. So with all those coins produced, why would one be worth over $1 million? Well, here's where it gets interesting. The vast majority of 1949 pennies are common. If you have one in average circulated condition, it's usually worth about 1 to 5 cents. In better condition, like uncirculated or mint state, the price can go up to a few dollars or even $100 depending on the grade. However, there are always exceptions. Every so often, a coin turns up that defies expectations, either because of a rare mint error, a unique condition, or something truly one dash of dash a dash kind. In the case of the 1949 penny that was reportedly sold for $1.7 million, experts believe it was not your average copper cent. This particular coin was likely a major mint error or struck on a rare planchet, meaning the metal disc used to make the coin was different from what it should have been. Some speculate it may have been struck on a silver dime planchet or possibly even a foreign coin blank that accidentally ended up in the minting process. Others believe that the coin reached such a high price not only because of a unique mint error, but also because it was graded at an incredibly high level, possibly a perfect MS-70. Now, just to be clear, finding a penny from 1949 in perfect mint state condition is extremely rare. Over the decades, most coins have been exposed to air, oils, dirt, and handling, which all affect the surface and reduce the grade. A true MS-70 coin would be virtually flawless under magnification, something very few old pennies can claim. Another possibility is that the coin was what collectors call a presentation strike or a test strike. These are coins made for quality control or demonstration purposes and are not meant for circulation. If a 1949 penny of that kind somehow survived and made its way to a collector, it could be absolutely priceless due to its uniqueness and historical significance. So how do you know if your 1949 penny is worth serious money? Start by checking the condition. If your coin is heavily worn, discolored, or damaged, it's probably only worth face value. But if you have one that still has sharp details, no scratches, and a bright original color, then it might be worth more. The next thing to check is the mint mark. Look closely under the date to see if there's a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. Then, examine it for anything unusual, doubling in the letters or numbers, strange colors, a different weight, or an off-center strike. If you see something that stands out, your next move is to get the coin professionally graded by a respected service like PCGS or NGC. These companies authenticate the coin, give it a grade, and seal it in a tamper-proof holder. Once it's graded, your coin can be listed at auctions or sold to serious collectors. If it's truly rare or unique, that's when the big offers come in. Even if your 1949 penny isn't worth millions, there's still a strong collector market for these coins, especially in high grades. Some proof-like specimens, red uncirculated examples, or rare double dies can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The story of the 1949 penny reminds us that treasure doesn't always come in gold and silver. Sometimes it's hiding in plain sight. A single penny in your drawer or your change jar could turn out to be a life-changing discovery. All it takes is a little knowledge and a sharp eye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more stories about rare coins, valuable collectibles, and the incredible hidden history of everyday objects, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Have you ever found an unusual coin? Tell us your story in the comments below. And until next time, keep searching, stay curious, and always check your change. You never know when a 1-cent coin could turn into a $1.7 million jackpot. Would you like a shorter version for TikTok or Instagram Reels, or perhaps suggestions on visuals and B-roll to pair with the script for your YouTube video? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most surprising stories in American coin collecting history. It's about a humble 1-cent coin that almost everyone has had in their pocket at one point, the 1977 Lincoln penny. But did you know that one of these pennies was reportedly sold for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million? That's right, a penny that could buy you a house, a luxury car, or even pay off all your debts. So how is that even possible? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was a big deal at the time because it was the first American coin to feature the image of a real person. Prior to that, coins mostly used images of Lady Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny originally had Lincoln on the front and wheat stalks on the back, which collectors now call the wheat penny. In 1959, the reverse was changed to show the Lincoln Memorial, and that design continued until 2008. Now let's focus on the 1977 penny specifically. In most cases, this coin is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which was standard for pennies before 1982. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 4 billion of them that year. So what makes a common 1977 penny potentially worth millions? Here's where things get interesting. While the average circulated 1977 penny is only worth about 1 cent, there are rare exceptions that send collectors into a frenzy. High-grade uncirculated examples graded MS-67 or higher can sell for hundreds of dollars. If you find one in pristine condition with a full red color and no marks, you could easily be looking at a value over $1,000. But what about that $1.4 million penny? Is that real? According to coin collecting rumors and auction listings, a 1977 Lincoln penny reportedly sold for around $1.4 million due to a highly unusual mint error. While the exact details are kept quiet for security and privacy reasons, experts believe it may have been struck on the wrong metal planchet, possibly a rare foreign coin blank, or it may contain a double strike or off-metal error that's never been seen before. These kinds of extreme mint errors are 1 in a billion finds, but when they do appear, they can command incredible prices at auction because of their rarity and the collector demand for unique pieces. Let's also not forget about proof coins. The 1977 S-proof pennies, minted in San Francisco, are made for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. While most are only worth a few bucks, ultra-high-grade versions in perfect condition can fetch significant premiums. So, what should you do if you have a 1977 penny? First, check the condition. If it's scratched up and dull, it's probably worth only face value. But if it looks uncirculated or close to perfect, it's worth taking to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. And if you suspect a mint error, for example, if the penny looks like it's the wrong color, has double images, or appears off-center, It could be worth having it evaluated by a coin expert. It's amazing to think that something so small and ordinary could potentially be worth a fortune. The 1977 Lincoln penny is a reminder that hidden treasures might be sitting in your change jar or stuck between your couch cushions. Keep your eyes open, and you just might be the next person to discover $1 million coin. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more stories about rare coins, valuable collectibles, and the hidden gems you might already own. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a strange or rare coin, and I'll see you in the next video. Would you like a shorter version for YouTube Shorts or TikTok? Or do you want this adapted into a script with visuals or B-roll suggestions?